Welcome, my dear guys and gals, to Saboten 2024 footage. I'm your host, Legamish, and let's get started with the footage. Here we are with another convention, and here we are with another convention with me trying not to throw my camera into the abyss. Because here we are, the footage finally looks noble, right? Wrong, because stabilization wasn't turned on. Oh my god! So let's just skip over the saga of Legamish not knowing how to properly work a camera and go into housekeeping matters, which there isn't much. The only thing I could think of is that my blazer is going to be replaced and maybe my goggles, but that'll be its own video coming soon, so go ahead and stay tuned for that. So let's go on and properly get started with today's story and footage. So I will say that this recording is taking place on the second day because I forgot to record, but we go ahead and go through this entrance. Now the reason why I'm going to the parking lot entrance and not the main entrance where the line is because it's second day, so I already have my pass. So I go ahead and walk inside, and as you see, we finally have a change of scenery besides the normal convention centers that I've been going to recently, and this time it's taking place in a hotel, which means we're going to get nice and cozy with this convention. And of course, first things first that caught my eye was this very interesting character I met. Right, and now.
Kid Communism War. Andrew Tate, I see you planning out a date. Why are you trying to do that with Tate? I'm not trying to mess with you, mate. You better hide away somewhere in a lake. And I want you to bring around something like a plate. And don't catch Tate, gonna whack you with a rake.
Yeah, that's good.
Sorry, Andrew Tate. I'm getting more work than your sorry ass. I ain't Diddy, motherfucker. All the bullshit I do, I swear. And I get paid like a monthly salary wage of $500. And domestic abuse is legal in my country.
I mean, that's good. Trust me, I have zero clue what that was about. But we continue moving around, and then I see Cruella, I believe, so I went ahead and take a small video of her. Try to get a good angle. All right, thank you, that's nice. So after taking in the lively nature of the lower floor, I decided to go to the upper floor via elevator because I have a crippling fear that my cape is going to get stuck in the escalator and I'll be shredded like a piece of paper. So now as you see, we're in the hotel area and there's some meeting rooms. I don't know what these rooms are for. I'm assuming they're for meetings because, you know, I don't know, they look like meeting rooms. But then you see the super long line over here. I'm assuming for to go into vendor hall. And then we see Juno go past right here, but don't worry, I did snag her picture, which is right here. So yeah, that was some pretty cool cosplays. So then I continue to walk around over here, and just so you know, I never really come here when it's not a convention, so I honestly don't know what these rooms are for, but I'm assuming they're for meetings or some sort of events. But then someone approaches me.
What is your cosplay?
My cosplay is an original character.
Oh, I'm an original character.
Oh wow. Yeah, if you don't mind, the camera's recording right now.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't know.
No, I'm asking if you mind if it's recording.
Oh no, I don't.
Oh, okay. But yeah, but what's your original character?
Mine is his name is Candy Cane, and he's based out of the Fastbane Hotel in Helena Boss universe.
Yeah.
What about yours?
I have my launcher right here that I just have it packed right now for.
I saw it earlier. It's like I've seen you yesterday when you had your launcher.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I thought you were like from what is the universe that Sam's from? Is it Undertale?
Yeah, Undertale.
Yeah, I thought that's where you were from for some reason.
Oh, that's a new one. I've never gotten an Undertale. I've always gotten like a like Saints Row or like man, it was something masked from Sailor Moon.
Yeah, I can see that. I like your character. I like the style.
Yeah.
The very realness of it. I love it.
I like your character too. I honestly thought it was an actual character for something. I was like, bro, who is this character from?
Oh no, yeah. Like I've had a couple people from like who are Hasbro Cartel cosplayers that have asked me. They're like, "Oh, what's your character?" And I'm like, "Oh, I get to finally like lore dump and everything." So
Yeah.
I'm just fucking proud of it. I just want to say I love your costume and keep it here.
All right, have a good one. So right after this, I had to give my rocket launcher a bit of abuse because the control console gets stuck and it doesn't want to close properly. But hey, a little bit of abuse for the launcher, it's completely fine. But then you get to see more down these halls, and these long halls are like panel rooms, and what they are is you basically just go in there and there's little small events going on in the panel rooms. And that's the best way I could describe it. It's basically just having like little smaller events within a room. But then we have this very tall lady here with, I don't know what those shoes are. I honestly do not know, but I did comment on the shoes saying, those are some nice shoes. But I have no clue what those shoes are. But then we continue going around. As you see, there's the escalator area, which I am completely afraid of and petrified of. And another long line to, again, go into another vendor hall, which is down that way. But you get to see just more and more cosplays over here, people taking pictures with each other. And this is just mainly what I do around the convention. I mainly just walk around. Then you get to see some vendors that are outside of the vendor hall, which is something I've seen only really with Saboten. Usually the vendors are in their own area, but I guess these vendors are special, I guess, or booths, because some of them don't sell anything. And then we get this big Pikachu, all right? That's a big Pika right there. Yeah, so as you see, we got some 2 trainers and 2 Pikachus together, just casually talking. And then we go back further down here, and at the end of this hall is like some cosplay meetup area. And this is where people like from like certain groups cosplay, like Hell of a Boss, the Genshin, you know, any of those proper cosplay spots. While walking around, I've encountered a few cosplays that caught my eye. First was Ellen from Zenless Zone Zero, and if you pay attention, that's the same Ellen from my last convention video. And then we have Billy and Ambi also from Zenless Zone Zero. So now I go on to the 3rd floor, and this is, you know, because this convention has 3 floors, and I basically just walk around and recording all of this different stuff. So I have no idea what was going on over here. But I guess there's just some staff having some stuff to set up later. And then I went over to this banner and health thing because they caught my attention. And they went ahead and described to me, you know, what their deal is. So I'm going to go ahead and let that footage play right now.
They kind of set you up.
But do you want to explain your thing for the camera or?
Sure, poison control. You can always call us if you need us. We're 24/7. We're always free. We do bites and stains. We do overdoses, chemical exposures, even animal bites. We can do rabies prophylaxis. Even just questions. We're always here if you need us.
All right. Yep. So this is them right here.
Would you like a nice pen as well?
Huh?
Would you like a nice pen as well?
Oh, sure. I'll take a pen. So now, properly securing a pen, I continue to walk around. And if we go all the way down this way, right where that little hallway is, there's some more panels. As I said, panels are just those little small events that you could go into. I didn't go into any panel rooms this time. I just wasn't feeling very good. I had no idea what was wrong with my health at the time, but I just felt like I had no energy. Maybe I'm gaining too much weight and I need to work out a little bit more. But then we continue to walk around. Me having issues with my camera right there. I do apologize for all the shakiness, but sometimes my camera has issues. And I continue to walk by. Then I found some 2 people over here, which is really cool, and they were looking for their friend. And these 2 people went ahead and posed for me. This is from Evangelion, I believe. So that was pretty cool. So after wishing them a nice farewell, I continue to walk down here, and basically after I walk down here, you'll get the general consensus of the layout of this convention. It ain't crazy big, but it does have a lot of floors and a lot of things for you to do. And you see those 2 people that are right in front of me that just walked into the little hall area where people like to take videos and such? Don't worry, I did get their picture, and that'll be coming up in just a moment right now. So as you see, that was the person that was right in front of me. But then I also caught someone else, which was a Sparkle. She even had her little gun, which is kind of rare when it comes to these conventions. Since depending on the convention, and I would say a good amount of conventions don't like guns or things that look like guns. After some time passed of me just lollygagging around, I decided to go out to go get me some food because, well, I was rather hungry and I definitely wasn't paying for the expensive hotel food. Yep, so now that we've done recording the ground floor, second and third, I'm hungry, so we're just gonna go to Panda Express now. I'm sorry if the audio might be a little bit poor. The thing has to be put on the charger, so you might hear a little bit of electrical sounds. That doesn't sound too good, but as I gotta keep this thing fully charged. It's not that far of a walk. I have my launcher and my lights over here. They're not super comfortable to hold because of how long and heavy this is, but at least I can carry them in one hand, so I can't complain about that. But yeah, but now it's time to trek the good old desert and get myself some food. I just realized something. How on earth am I going to carry like this camera? I probably have to put the camera away once I get the food. There's no way I'll be able to carry this. There's also bicycle people that ride around, and the people with bikes, they help you get back to like the con and things. Hold on, let's try to see if I get a good shot of it. Yeah, there we go. See, so whenever you need to go back into the cons, you could just go ahead and get on the bikes. Oh yeah, that's Bronya from Hanukkah Impact 3rd, right? The new Bronya? Alright, yeah, nice. I know Silver Ring when I see one. Hanukkah Impact 3rd gave me pure brain rot, so I know the characters. Probably not the newer ones, but I definitely know the older ones, that's for sure. Dude, it's so bright. It's so bright. My camera's like suffering right now of how bright it is. So sorry about that. Hold on, let me tune it real quick. And if you guys could not tell, that tuning ended in failure. So what I try to do is I try to fix it up the best I can in post, basically lowering the highlights, adding more color into the photo. That's why it seems super saturated. But this is just the best I can do. It's just gonna be pretty bite. I just recommend dimming your device or whatever so you don't get completely flashbanged. And I do apologize for anyone watching this very late at night because I'm pretty sure this would wake you up pretty good. So then I continue to walk down the street, and as you see, the walk isn't that far to go find some food that's not at the hotel. Let me stress, the hotel food isn't bad. It's just expensive and not filling. And we passed a Chick-fil-A right there, so see, look, a nice, good, easy place to go get some food. So I decided to continue walking and walking and walking all the way to the Panda Express after harassing that bird right there. But yeah, it's just the hotel food super expensive, and I'm a big guy and I need big meals. That's just the basics of it. So, we go ahead and make it to the Panda Express, but something bad happened. No. Oh, it's closed on Saturday. Oh, damn, I walked all the way over here for nothing. Damn. Well, I'm gonna need to find something else to eat. Why would they be closed on all days? Why Saturday? Saturday's when everyone's off and stuff. Like, why is it closed on Saturdays, man? You gotta be kidding me. Now I'm hot and I'm hungry. Unbelievable. So remember that Chick-fil-A earlier that you saw on camera? Yeah, I just wanted to get myself some Chick-fil-A. Basically some 2 spicy burgers and some 2-star drinks from the hotel. Again, the drinks were overpriced, but I forgot to order a drink at the Chick-fil-A, so whatever. So then I just continued to go ahead and just eat my food here. And it was pretty tasty, I'm not gonna lie. Also not really messy, so I enjoyed it. But as I said before, just when you go to Saboten, unless you have the money to spare, like, trust me, the hotel food, it tastes good, amazing, S tier. But the filling into your body isn't good. So if you're not like me, who is like a 6 foot monster who always needs to eat a good amount of food and has a good high metabolism, you can go ahead and just order the hotel food and be just fine. You'll just be paying a little bit extra. But while I was sitting here eating my delicious food that I found rather tasty, I also saw some good amount of cosplays earlier on the ground floor that I decided to take a picture of, 3 in fact. And first is Chocoletta from Nicopara. I don't know if I said that right. It's been forever since I've seen anything Nicopara. Then we have some Has-Been Hotel of Lilith and... I don't know. And then we have this one, which I have no idea what this is. I assume, like, one of the people is Bill Cipher, I guess? I have 0 clue. And when I went back upstairs, I encountered someone I've seen before. Yeah, Aiden, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, man?
Oh yeah, I'm doing great. I finally got my goggles fixed, so now they light up properly and the lights no longer move. Yep, also put some lights outside on my hike here.
I guess they do.
Oh wait, but what were you trying to bring? Like one of your guns or something?
Yeah. I just. Yeah.
Oh, collapsible baton. Oh, as long as it's not full metal, it should be fine. No, because that was my problem. Is like I had a collapsible baton that I brought to like Anime Expo, and they're like, oh no, but we can't take that. That's full metal. Yeah, so it's like if it can like extend out and it's not metal, then it should be fine.
Where you at?
Yeah, that's what a lot of these conventions are. They kind of don't like metal so much.
Oh, so you guys aren't here yet? Okay, I thought you guys were here.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it was nice seeing you again. I'm probably gonna walk around, record a little bit more. Sorry for the brief cut. The footage decided to end right there, but I got some more pictures, and one is Alucard. Then we have one of the hardest pictures I've ever taken, which is that Helldivers picture. Oh my god, that looks so amazing. And then we also have some Dead by Daylight Legion, which is also really cool. Then we also got these guys that came around the corner. One is the SCP Foundation, the other one is Umbrella, which is really cool. Also got their picture right here. And then we got this dude with a very weird setup. I believe he's probably from some sort of Call of Duty skin. That's the best bet I have, but who knows? If you guys can figure out who this guy is, please let me know down below. And then we also have some murder drones. Never seen it, but I do know their design. And after we get past the murder drones, we encounter a full group in Nicopara cosplay, which is just absolutely awesome. I don't keep up with Nicopara. I think this is the full cast, but I do think it's so cool to have like a big group having a big group cosplay. That is just honestly amazing, an amazing dedication. Oh, speaking of maids, here we are with these 2 murder maids right here. No idea where they're from. And then finally, to cap off this day, I seen Chris from Total Drama Island. Now, I will say, I am a bit disappointed in myself when it comes to this convention. That's because there's so many more cosplays, so many more events I could have taken pictures and videos of, but I just didn't. I don't know what was wrong with me during this whole convention, but I just felt overly tired. And that's basically it. I had no idea what was wrong with me. But when I went home, I went ahead and talked to my friend Gambit, and while talking to him, he went ahead and gave me some pictures of some characters that he wanted to see, basically giving me a mini challenge. So, starting Sunday, I went ahead and started doing the challenge. And right as I arrived in my Uber, there I saw Alabedo already completing one character of the challenge, and right as I walk in, I found someone from that Force anime Gambit talked about, again, knocking down another character from the challenge just by arriving, by the way. Arriving and already found 2. So then I went ahead after collecting those 2, decided to record some of the vendor halls. So, I didn't really go through all of it. I just kind of like went around the edges of it. And like I said, I was just so unbelievably tired that I just wanted to make sure I get at least some of the vendor hall for you guys, so you guys could just see some of the products being sold here. And because like the goal of these videos is just to show off these conventions, show how cool they are, just get more people interested in them, right? And because at least in my opinion, I think some like if you say you go to conventions, right, they kind of get a sort of a bit of a bad rap. And I just wanted to show you people that it's not bad. It's honestly not as bad as people make it out to be. It's honestly pretty cool. You get to see some pretty cool stuff. And I just And I just recommend people to go out to conventions. Now, of course, every convention is going to be different. And if you go to conventions in different areas, you will get different results. But in the end, these places are cool. And heck, if you just want to get some really cool merch from stuff, from artists or like some sort of franchise, you can find them here as well. But then as I continued walking, I found those two over there, the Magikarp and the Fisherman. So I went ahead and decided to ask for their permission, because that's something you should always do during conventions. Always ask if you could take a photo of them. And then I decided to get a little cool recording of these two. Now, of course, the lighting isn't the best, but I still think it's pretty cool. Look at that. Now, that's some creativity right there. See, simple but effective. Simple but effective cosplays. You don't have to craft a whole suit of armor to look cool. You don't have to, like, you know, spend like weeks or years of your time like some of these other cosplayers that you may see around, you know, making something really cool. Sometimes you can make something nice, simple, and effective, and it'll just work just fine. And that's the thing I like about conventions, right? You get to converse with people of similar interests, whether it's sure, I mainly go to anime conventions, right? But there are gaming conventions as well, right? So if you like anime, you like games, or you like just basic animation, because like I said, Hell of a Boss is very popular at these conventions, at these anime conventions, but that's not anime. So if you just like animated series, if you just like video games, go ahead and give one of these a shot. Just type in anime conventions near your area and you might be able to find one happening at certain times. And I also will say that one of the main downsides of the convention is that they are a bit expensive-ish. Well, at least in terms of me, right? If you get like the full event, it can rack up, right? It could be like up to like 50 to like over $100 if you get the full event. Now, of course, you know, if you only go for one day, then, you know, the price will be a lot cheaper. But I prefer going the full event because that means I have plenty of opportunity to explore the convention and see different outfits, because some people arrive on different days. So I just prefer to go for the full days, but that might be a bit expensive. But then not only that, but you're also buying clothes, you're buying stuff for your cosplay, right? If you are doing a cosplay, or just coming here, you're just buying like merch, you're buying food, you're buying drinks, you're buying snacks, and just the costs can easily rack up. So I do recommend when it comes to these conventions, you keep like at minimum $100 to your name. All right, $100 to go spend at the convention how you see fit, especially if it's only one day. And $100 will suit you well when it comes to just food, drinks, snacks, and whatever. And you might be able to buy a little item here or there. But yeah, this footage just goes on for a while, so I do apologize if I just seem to be rambling. But I just have a lot of time and a lot of space to take up when it comes to this convention footage. But I will say, at least in terms of audience retention, the video is not over yet. There is still some pictures at the end, and there's still some, a little bit to the story of me in this convention at the end. So you just gotta hold on just a few more minutes of me and my nonsense rambling, I guess you can say, when it comes to all of these things. But yeah, look at that cool guy right there that I just walked by. Yeah, he's actually an artist, and he did but like I say, he makes some. Yeah, that's his booth, I believe. That's his booth where he makes all this cool artwork and stuff. And then we also got to see, you know, some good old classic Street Fighter's fighting game, and that's really cool. Oh, there you guys see some dude with a lightsaber right there. And yeah, there is usually lightsabers at these conventions too. So if you're a huge Star Wars fan, even though, in my opinion, the series just kind of went horribly downhill, you can still be a fan and have a franchise go downhill. It just kind of sucks. Oh, and then we also have this cool stuff over here, which is like some weapons from various of series. You saw some Halo weapons over there. So yeah, so it's not just strictly anime. You can find stuff. It's just basically just a fandom, really. These conventions are just full of fandoms. But back to like the Star Wars thing, man. Like, dude, that really does suck how downhill like Star Wars went. It honestly feels like each new show they release, like, is just crappier and crappier, right? Just less and less substance, and it feels like it just hurts and hurts more of the overall canon story of Star Wars, because a lot of shows they're canon, right? It just hurts the canon, in my opinion. But yeah, we found some cool grass dude that walked by as well. But yeah, but that's just my opinion. Like I said, that's just a random tangent all over one lightsaber. But just man, I really love Star Wars. I really like the lore of Star Wars and everything. It just, man, can they just please release some more stuff about the High Republic era? All right, it's always Clone Wars and the fucking Empire, dude. You're running that shit into the ground. Then we also get a cool cosplay where I think some dude is trying to cosplay as Connor, I believe, and Iron Mouse. Two little trio over here. But now we're reaching the end of all of this. I'm going to go ahead and stop my rambling and go on into the next portion, which is me actually ordering some of the hotel food that I talked about earlier. Now these tacos was damn near $20. $20 for this, by the way. Tasted amazing, but $20 for that. Not even full-size tacos. Some small midget tacos. I don't know why it's so expensive. Maybe because it's gourmet or whatever. But I don't know. I don't really see a gourmet kitchen that's sitting in the middle of the lobby. It just, in my opinion, it's just way too overpriced. But then again, that's how it is with these hotels. They kind of milk you dry for your little stay. Then you might have saw that little drip right there. Saw that little drip when I bit that? Yeah, let's just say I wasn't careful with eating this. And, this happened. I've stained my pure white clothes. So now I tried to quickly unwrap all of this to try to just scrub it off with this cloth, and it's already too late. What's done is done. Now, not all hope is lost. There is a cosplay repair station that's at these cosplays that I did go to, but their Tide pens can only do so much against a stain this nasty against white clothing. So I kind of just gave up, and this is probably what demotivated myself when it came to this convention and just leaving early, because my suit was already damaged. It already has some damage on it, so that's probably why I was just done and fed up. But then we go ahead and go to the pictures. First is Detroit Becomes Human, which is really nice. I really do like that look. Then we have these two from some sort of show that I am really unclear about where it's from, but they look familiar. Then we have this, which is a bit odd at first, but I believe it's humanoid Pokemon, right? And right as I was leaving the convention, boom, we get another character knocked down. And I will admit, this character, I did say it again, but no one would jump that fast, because I thought this anime was super niche, but probably not. But hey, we got another character lined up, knocked down. And then we got, and again, the Force. I'm trying not to say Earth Defense Force, because I've been playing EDF 6 for a while now. But the Force people. And yeah, like I said, that just looks really cool, and it just further confirms to Gambit that I have now did a good amount of characters for his challenge. Now I will say, didn't get all of them, but that wasn't the goal. The goal was to at least just find some. And there we go with the Saboten 2024 footage. I love this convention. This convention is dear to my heart because it's one of the first ones I've ever been to, and it's one of my favorites overall because in terms of value, this is the most you're gonna get out of a convention because 4 days, free raves, a lot of little panels for you to go to, just so much stuff for you to do in this convention, just packed full of content, and that's why I just recommend for anyone to go to the full days. And the full days is relatively cheap. Like, if you pay last minute, $90. If you pay early, like $60 to $40. So, in terms of value, I put this convention in the S tier. I love this convention. But, personally, I didn't have a good time. Maybe because I was just feeling a little bit under the weather after my little brother did come down with something and probably pass it over to me. But if it wasn't for that, you guys would have gotten so much more. I would say this video would have went well over an hour. But I won't hold you guys any further. This has been your host, Likamish, ready to read your thoughts about this convention in the comments below. Taking a rest, waiting over 2 months for the next convention. Holy crap, man. I hope another convention pops up. Like, that's super long. saying farewell to you all.